Good tidings, friends. Today is a momentous day.
Welcome back, and this is Animator's Paradise. This is part 2 of the Versus battle. It's been a very long time, and I apologize. Life has been crazy. I've been doing animation and teaching animation, and now I'm making animation and doing discussion videos again on YouTube. So I hope to make much more content. Stick around, I have more announcements at the end. But let's get right back into it. Organization 13 versus the Akatsuki Part 2. Now, let's go over some ground rules based on the feedback from the first video, Part 1. Nobodies are basically humans without a heart, without feelings. As evident in Kingdom Hearts, nobodies can eat food like humans can. Axel, Roxas, and Shion are seen eating sea salt ice cream many times. Nobodies can sleep.
Maybe I have it wrong. Might be time to sleep.
As Roxas goes to sleep at the end of every mission in 358 over 2 days. So for this matchup, we're going to assume that nobodies are just like humans and they can potentially bleed too, which means that Hidan can truly take blood from Marluxia if he swipes him with his scythe. Now let's recap a little bit. A year ago, I made a Kingdom Hearts vs Akatsuki video. Organization versus organization. Who would make it out on top? I paired combatants to their similar abilities, affinities, and personalities. And I'd like to wrap that up. We had some matchups like Xemnas, leader of Organization 13 versus Pain, leader of the Akatsuki. Marluxia versus Hidan, 2 scythe users. Zekshin versus Itachi, 2 users who specialize in illusions and genjutsu. And now we have new matchups. Our first new matchup is Demix, a water user, versus Kisame, a water user. Toe to toe, who wins? Let's look at the feats.
Who is this kook?
Remember, the organization's made up of nobodies.
Right. No hearts. Oh, we do too have hearts. Don't be mad. Silence, traitor.
First up is Demix. He wields a sitar as a weapon, controls water with a song and dance. We know that in recent Kingdom Hearts games, he may be stronger than he lets on, always seemingly holding back his strength and personality. It seems he may even be a more important character with the secret power. He can create clones with his water abilities that can fight for him, and he mostly stays out of the fight. Now let's compare that to Kisame of the Akatsuki. Kisame can also create water clones, and that's only a small part of Kisame's arsenal. Kisame has water shark bomb techniques and seems to have some sort of mastery over the water chakra nature. Nothing compared to Tobirama, but he shows the second best feats of water jutsu in the Naruto series. Though Demix has cunning and wit, Kisame is also a ninja, cunning and stealthy as well, with the raw power to back it up. Kisame also wields a weapon called Samehada, and this sword adds more tactics and combinations to his already large arsenal of tools and abilities. Samehada with the ability to siphon chakra, or in this case, let's just say energy. In a straight-on battle, I'm giving Kisame this victory. So Kisame of the Akatsuki is the winner of this matchup. But perhaps in the future, we'll see more of Demix and perhaps he can reclaim this title. Let's move on to some big shots. Zigbal, the free shooter, versus Toby, or Obito, the secret leader of the Akatsuki. Both of these guys manipulate space or gravity, and they're high-ranking members in their respective organizations. so I think it'd be a good matchup. Xigbar, who we now know as Lucio, is a big mystery in the Kingdom Hearts series. Similar to Demyx, he also seems to be holding back a lot against his opponents, testing their strength and their resolves, and probably has some secret power because we've never seen him go all out. But let's look at Xigbar's fighting style and see what he has up his sleeve. Xigbar isn't a brawler or a close range fighter at all. He wields a sniper gun and is seen many times in the series sniping his shots from a distance. Even when fighting him in the game, he uses his space abilities to walk freely on the air, on the wall, or upside down, while sniping you from a great distance. Now Obito, from Naruto, on the other hand, his main weapon is his physical durability and his close range Kamui ability that allows him to phase through all objects and be intangible for up to 10 minutes. He can also pull you into his own dimension. It's a very incredible and broken Sharingan ability. However, Obito is at a great disadvantage when facing Xigbar. Because Obito wouldn't really know when to activate his Kamui so he can deflect or phase through Xigbar's shots. If Obito had his long-range Kamui, he would be able to fight on a fair plane with Xigbar. But Obito also cannot fly, so reaching Xigbar would be nearly impossible. In a battle against these two, it would really come down to who can surprise the other one the fastest, who can take the kill shot and end it all before the fight even begins. So for Obito versus Xigbar, I will say it is a tie. It really depends who can get the drop on the other one first. Saïx versus Deidara, battle between two hotheads. Saïx, the right-hand man of Xemnas, cool in conversation, but a berserker in battle. A man remnant of a wolf with the ability to draw power from the moon to go berserk. And his opponent, Deidara, an equally hot-headed character who acts first, thinks later. Let's go into more detail on the matchup.
Different names, same fate.
Saïx, the lunar diviner. He wields a claymore and he goes for pounding blunt damage in a blind white fury. As suggested, he is mostly a calm and straight-to-business man. He follows orders to a T, and he doesn't waver until the very end. He is only a berserker in battle, and if you ask me, I feel like that ability should have been given to more hot-headed organization characters like Axel, or more tanky characters like Lexius. But physical strength is not the only component we will analyze in this versus matchup. Battle IQ is also a factor. Though we don't really see much feats of Saïx showing any smarts or brilliance, he is usually getting outmatched or outsmarted by characters like Axel, Xion, and Roxas. Nor have we seen him win any battles against any other Kingdom Hearts characters. He serves as a supporting character who in the end relies on others and those connected to him to further their stories, like Axel, Xemnas, and the rest of the organization. Now let's move into Deidara, or Deidara, whatever you want to call him. This character may not be the most crucial member of the Akatsuki, but he's no stranger to pain or sacrifice. When his arm was blown off by Kakashi, he barely flinched. Same for Gaara. Deidara is a powerful, incredibly powerful S-Class ninja who uses Earth Style to create clay bombs, treating them like a form of art. In an ironic twist, his explosive clay bombs face off against Saïx's claymore. No pun intended. Deidara brings art to life through destruction, molding clay into deadly forms. He can create a giant bird to fly on or craft small birds that act as homing explosives. He can create spiders. He can create anything that his mind puts it to. If the situation even calls for it, he can transform himself into a giant nuke, taking out absolutely everything in a gigantic radius. And that's more of a last resort technique. But if the situation calls for it, he will do it to win the battle. So I'm going to give this matchup to Datara. He seems to have the battle IQ and the strength to match it up. And he has a few victories under his belt in the series. So Datara takes this round. He is the winner. I overall believe I covered the most interesting matchups. Leader versus leader, space manipulation versus nothingness, illusion versus illusion, space versus space, hothead versus hothead, scythe user versus scythe user. The key players in both teams are the leaders. You have to take out Pain and you have to take out Xemnas. They are as strong as most of the members combined. And I believe the remaining matchups don't really pair too well. It can be a toss-up between any of the rest of them. I wish it can be a full-on group versus group fight, but both organizations have no experience in team battles at all. So we can conclude this video and I can move on to better versus battles, better matchups, anime, and video game talk. We've come to an end. Keep making art, live in paradise, and see you in the next one. Animator's Paradise out. As some of you may know, I am a professional animator and I've been working on a personal short film called The Man of 200 Dates for about 2 years. So I'll be uploading that soon and I'd like your support. Turn on the notification bell, like, comment, and subscribe. The more engagement I get, the more motivated I'll be to upload more and even animate more. I have some ideas, I have some fan animations in the works, Sonic, One Piece, Dr. Stone, Lufia, and my own personal IPs. So let's go.